Hey everyone, Robert over at Bloomington Acura Subaru here in Bloomington, Minnesota. Today I've got a fun one for you. We've got a 2022 Acura Integra with the A-Spec+Tech 6-speed manual. We just got this car in about an hour after it came in. We had a customer come in and say, hey, I want that car. Me and him went on a test drive, and guys, this car drives amazing. For 200 horsepower, this thing is a lot of fun, especially in that 6-speed manual with the rev matching downshifting. So today I'm just going to do a quick walkthrough. I say quick, we're actually going to go turn on the screens, we're going to go through everything, but I plan to do some more specific video guides as I typically do on most cars. But take a look. If you have any questions any questions that aren't answered in the video, please comment down below. I will also be showing our black on black one once it's done in service and actually arrives, to get some of the carbon fiber accessories put on it so you guys can see what those look like. So if you want to add it to your Integra, you'll know what it looks like and you can decide if it's worth it for you to add it or not, because those carbon fiber bits can be a little pricey. But enough talking, let's go take a look at this brand new Integra. Alrighty guys, so let's start this walk around on the brand new 2022 Acura Integra. This one here is the A-Spec+Tech. It does have the 6-speed manual transmission, which is how I think you guys should buy it. And having driven it, this car, it's only got 200 horsepower, but it feels like it has way more than 200. The automatic rev matching downshift is phenomenal. Actually, this car, we just got it in and had a customer come test drive it and was sold right away, and this car's going home to him. So congratulations to you, Steve, on this new vehicle. But let's do this walk around. We'll kind of make it quick. I'll do a full in-depth one. We're going to have an actual demonstration vehicle that we're going to put a bunch of accessories on. So I'll show you guys all the carbon fiber goodies and all that stuff on the new Integra. You can see we've got really dark headlights up here, and you may not be able to see it, maybe a little bit. Let's see if I can adjust that. But right here it says Integra on it. Or Acura, excuse me. So you can see it says Acura, and the headlights and tail lights, obviously, as we all know, if we've done some research, we know it has the Integra embossed into the bumper there. But this car just looks really sharp. Let's go ahead and open up the doors here. Because this is the A-Spec+Tech, it does come with the blind spot detection in the mirror. And before I go to everything, $37,395 is the price for the A-Spec+Tech in the platinum white pearl. Some colors are going to be a premium outcharge. And you can see here, tech package, it gets the 16 speakers, the seats with the micro suede, heads-up display, a wireless phone charger. You guys can read all of that on there. So starting off, looking at the door panels, we do have the leather on the doors right here. Obviously, this is the red interior. I really like the way these door handles look. You've got your memory seats, your ELS Studio 3D, 3 pedals down on the bottom, super light clutch. So if this is going to be a daily driver in traffic, this should be perfect for you. 12-way power driver's seat. We've got a 4-way on the passenger, and I'll try and capture this as best as I can. The center part here that's red, this is actually the micro suede. Then you've got black leather and then red leather. Same thing continues down throughout. Now on the rear seats, it is a full leather in the rear, so you only get the suede on the front. Now let's go ahead and take a seat. All right, so we're inside the Integra. Foot on the clutch, foot on the brake. I've got the keys in my pocket. Start button is right behind here. So there's our startup sequence. Let me turn this air down, that way hopefully you guys don't get any wind noise on there. So first of all, let's start by taking a look at our display in the center. So it's a full digital display. However, we do the left and the right side here with our gas and engine temperature. That is not going to be digital. Now what's really neat is depending on the driving mode that you're in. So if I look down here, we can see we have dynamic mode. So if I click this up or down, that's going to change us between sport, normal, and comfort. When we're actually driving, it will show, comfort, normal, and sport. Let's go back to sport, because why not? So on the left side here, we can change what you see by using this scrolling dial right there. So we can just scroll up and down, and that's going to change it between Sirius XM, USB, Bluetooth, apps, so like Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You do have Amazon Alexa. You can customize the display, so if you want it to show the clock and all that kind of stuff. But all I'm doing is I'm just scrolling up and down right here, and then if I want to select it, I just click in to make that selection. So that's going to be the left side. Now the right side, you've got, obviously, well, first of all, you've got your speed right there, and then you've got your speedometer over there. Now in the center, it says range 378 miles, so on and so forth. So on the right side, same thing, I've got a dial right here. So I can scroll up and down, and we can look at, heads-up display settings, brightness, content, safety, tire pressure, maintenance. All your standard Acura displays will appear in here, which is really nice. Now we do have the heads-up display. I think you guys can kind of see that right there. So there's our heads-up display that we can adjust. And what I like that they did is this steering wheel, it's very symmetrical. A lot of Acura vehicles, they make things very symmetrical on the inside. So you can see it very similar. Now, even though this car does have a 6-speed manual, you still get your adaptive cruise control. You still have your lane assist. So if I turn on cruise, you can see it appears right there. Now if I turn on the lane assist, you can see the adaptive cruise for the following distance right there. And then if I turn on the lane assist, you have your lane assist appear as well. So I'm just going to turn those off. And I'm just using these buttons right here. So cruise on and off, set your speed, lane assist, and following distance for the adaptive cruise. Left side, these left and right arrows will toggle through your radio stations. You've got your volume up and down, voice command, and then the scrolling dial to change the left side of that screen right there. Now on the stem, we do have automatic headlights. You do have fog lights on this A-Spec+Tech as well. And you've also got your one touch where it just does it 3 times. You can turn that on and off in the settings. On the right side, you do have automatic windshield wipers. So once you pull it down one time, you can adjust the sensitivity of the auto just by twisting this dial and pull it back towards you to actually wash the windshield. Now on the left side here, only one button you do have is your traction control off button down there, and then your hood release prop or hood release is down at the bottom. Coming down here, well, let's start way back here actually. So center console space, first of all, really light. It's actually kind of spring loaded, which I like about that, but pretty deep pocket down here. You can see how deep that pocket is. Really nice large cup holders. I like that they have this cutout here, so you can actually kind of, if you needed to, you could rest your hand on it, but just makes it really easy to get to the shifter. You've got your brake hold, electronic parking brake, auto engine idle stop. Don't ask me, I don't know how you can do this on a manual transmission vehicle, but Acura has found a way. Here's your driving mode, and then individual mode. So individual mode lets you customize. So if I go ahead and push and hold, we can see we can adjust the engine, the steering, suspension, idle stop, and the gauge. So the gauge, all that means, if I change it from sport to comfort, it basically just changes the colors. So that's all that does there. But you can adjust all those things. And I can tell you with the adjustable damper system or adaptive damper system in this car, I definitely noticed a difference on my test drive going from comfort to sport. If you guys are in Minnesota or in Minneapolis, all the roads around Mall of America are just awful. This vehicle in comfort mode, it was so smooth, it was so comfortable. They've done a really, really good job. Now, coming down here, let me put my foot on the clutch here. Standard 6-speed with reverse all the way and over. Here is our backup camera. You do have your traditional Acura and Honda 3-camera system or 3-position angle for the backup camera. And then on the right here, we can turn on and off the rear cross traffic monitor. And then this guy here just shows us our parking sensors, because this one does have front rear parking sensors. I don't know if you guys can see that at all. Oh, you can kind of see it a little bit, these little lines here. So if you didn't want to see that, not really needed to, you could have the full backup camera. But like I said, really light clutch and really notchy gear selector, which I love. It feels great when you're driving. You definitely can't beat it. wireless phone charger down here, and it is nice and deep, so if you do have a larger phone, I've got an S22 Ultra. It fits with tons of space down there. You've got USB plug-in, so if you're not using wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, you do have the plug-in right there. It looks like USB-C, and then your little 12 volts, your standard cigarette lighter style pallet right there. On the left side, 3-position heated seats, so if you're looking at this or a Civic Si, you do get heated seats in this vehicle for driver and passenger. And these notches, they feel great, and I love the way that these look. If I go down here, in person, these just look, if I turn that on and off, it looks really, really good. Let me just turn this down though. I don't want the air to hopefully be hitting the camera here. Besides that, recirculating air mode for, face and feet, face only, all that kind of stuff. Defroster for the front, defroster for the rear window and your mirrors, AC and then sync right there. Hazard button integrated very nicely. And these levers, I love that the way they did this. It's kind of stiff. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's a little stiff. And it holds in position, and the way that they've shaped these, they kind of go right exactly where you want them. Now this screen here, you've got physical buttons for home, back, volume, and then your adjuster for the radio. So I'm just gonna click home. The rest of it is just a normal touchscreen, and it works really well. And this is even with this little plastic cover on top of the screen here, so we don't get fingerprints on it. And then along the bottom, you do have some quick access buttons. So if you want to quickly get to Bluetooth or to your phone or your smart shortcut, so if you always call your wife or your husband on the way home from work, it can kind of recognize that, which is really neat. I'll go back here, but you can see you have all apps, your smartphone connection, phone, XM, FM, updates, Amazon Alexa. Clock's kind of cool, just a little clock, but it's kind of nice. I like the way that it looks. And then what I like that they did is they separated vehicle and general settings. So vehicle settings allows you to get to your keyless setup, lighting, your driving position. So if you don't want the seats to move when you get in the car, you can turn that off. So I really like that they separated vehicle settings out of general settings and gave it its own little button there. And I'm going to assume if I push and hold, yep, so we got little tips there. You can drag icons and move them around. Tips, we don't need the tips on there, so just move them around how you like. Click done. Really simple, really easy. You've got your auto dimming mirror right here, and then you've got lights. You're on, door, or off. So if you have it on door like it is now, then all the lights will turn on when you open the door. You've got your sunroof, so you've got a push. We'll go to tilt. If we push it forward, that will close it, and vice versa. Pushing it backwards towards the back of the vehicle will open it. And then you've got sunglasses holder right up here. On the actual visor, you do have light in here. Hello. Passenger side, light for them as well. And let's just see, it does. So you guys can see this visor does slide out, which is really nice. One other thing while we're looking up in the roof, above both of our heads, we do have the speakers. So this car does have 16 speakers with a built-in subwoofer in the rear. Like I said, this is the ELS Studio 3D, and it is amazing. I love it. Let's continue on here. Let's go and open the glove box, see what's inside here. So, decent sized glove box, owner's manuals, books, tire pressure gauge, whatever you need. Could be a little bigger, but for what you need, that, oops. Oh, this paper's in the way. For what you need, that's perfect. And then, last couple things I didn't tell you, auto up, down, front windows only, not for the rear windows. So let's hop out, let's go to the back. All right, so going into the back of the vehicle. So like I said, full leather in the back seats. You do have, let me take this guy out really quick. Center armrest with your 2 cup holders. Now, I will tell you, in person, this is not nearly as bright. It's more, this is actually a lot closer to what the real color looks. It's not gonna be such a bright kind of pow right in your face red. It's a bit more darker, a bit more subdued, which I think a lot of people will like about that. Back here, you've got 2 USB ports, just standard USB-A, and that's really it. That's back here. Nothing too crazy. They do have nice little cutouts in the roof for your head, and then another little light up top there. And then on both shoulders, we do have the little pull tabs so we can drop down the back seats. 60-40 split. Let me open up the trunk for you guys. Gotta love classic Integra. So you guys can see lots of space back here. I really like it. Here is our subwoofer right there on the side. We didn't put the front license plate on, so that's what this is. You've got carpet floor mats right there. You've got a little net on the side, which is fantastic, and I'm assuming this you can just unhook, so if you need to put like a golf bag or something, you've got extra space. And then down below this floorboard here, you've got funnel for the gas and a little tire sealant, tire inflator kit right there. You got 2 lights, 1 on each side, and then this little net right here, you can actually move it. So if you do have stuff that's a little bit taller, when you're putting it back here, it will form over it, but still keep it hidden, and you can take it out. You just push this right in, and that will unhook each side on the left and the right. It's not a power tailgate, but it is really simple. You do have 2 little latches right here, and it kind of just falls on its own. Now, gas door is going to be on the driver's side. Just push it in if the car is unlocked. Now, if the car's locked on the driver door, you'll see there's a couple little grooves here. Let me turn up the brightness a little bit. 3 little grooves. So if I lock the doors, I push the gas door in, nothing's going to happen. Let me unlock it again. So, gas door, capless, as they've all been on the Acuras for quite a while. And then on the side, 91 recommended, 87 unleaded is the minimum. We do have that turbocharged 1.5 liter engine in here as well. I'm gonna do one more quick walk around of the outside, and then we'll go ahead and pop the hood on this new Integra. Alright, so let's take a look under the hood. Alrighty, so we got the hood popped open. One thing I'll tell you guys, if you are opening it, it's just to the left of center, and it pushes towards the center of the vehicle. It does have an actual hood prop. It's not going to be on, for some reason I'm blanking on the name, but actual hood prop up here. Classic Honda and Acura, you've got your windshield washer fluid up here in the corner. And what I like is tons of visibility looking in the engine bay. Now, I'm not going to say they're doing one because we really don't know, but if you look at a TLX, there's a lot of room up front and there's a lot of room behind the engine bay. Now, I don't know if they're going to make a Type S version, but based on the fact that there's quite a bit of space in this engine bay, I'm personally hoping that we see that K20C, something like a Civic Type R engine in this vehicle. But for my test drive, you really don't need much more than this for an everyday driver. But you've got oil, you've got your dipstick over here, air filter, fuses, battery. They have this little cover over the battery, brake master fluids up there. But pretty standard engine. I like that they don't put a big plastic cover on it. It's very simple. It's a lot going on, but if you're a car person, you like working on your cars, it's nice to see everything in there, and then you're not going to lose those little plastic clips that hold those on, and we always end up losing them. So there's going to be our engine bay on the Integra. I'm going to have my manager hop in here. He's going to go ahead and turn on the car and give it a few revs for us. So let's go ahead and get down here. So I love it personally. When you're driving, it's got just enough purr that you can hear what's going on, but for everyday use, it's not going to be annoying. Like I said, it's got a good tone. You can still hear it, but it's not going to be, you know, some riced out Integra driving by. It sounds great. Alrighty guys, so I hope you like this walk around of this new 2022 Acura Integra with the A-Spec and Tech 6-speed manual. Like I said, this is the platinum white pearl with the red leather and micro suede interior. I will be going and doing a full walkthrough and hopefully some driving impressions on our other one coming in, which will be black on black. That's going to have a ton of accessories added to it. So if you guys want to see what the carbon fiber looks like and just a couple other things, I'll be putting a video out on that. But if you did like this video, or if you have any questions, please put that comment down below. Like, subscribe, you all know what to do, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much.